As we all know, Daybreak decided to do a early August ban wave, and the downside of making the videos that I make is that I am frequently banned. And since Teek has been released, I have made it only to level 40. I have not played that much. I have ran anywhere between 7 to 10 characters, depending on which characters were banned that week. I have not used Macro Quest because it doesn't work properly unless you have the source code to edit it. So there's really not a whole lot going on for cheating or third-party software, but I've noticed even when I haven't played, I don't know if I'm on some type of just automatic ban list at this point, but my main account got banned and I decided that I will probably not play on Teek. I may pick back up on Mischief where True Box was relaxed. I find that I'm not really interested in playing just the one character, going out and hanging out with people. That I do like to play at least a full group, and I like to play on the live servers because if you're running a full group or two groups around your boxing and the zones are dead, empty, and it's just you running around the world, it feels like even more pointless than it already is to play. So I do like that hustle and bustle, kind of like real life, where you drive to your job every day and you just see people out and about. I kind of look at it as if I were to play on my own private server by myself, it would be like driving to work every day, not seeing a single car on the road, getting to work and nobody's there, just me in an office doing whatever I'm doing. And I think that's the main reason I like to box on the live servers. I don't do the chrono farming, the cash transactions, any items that I did farm boxing, it would go toward paying for my accounts. So yeah, as of right now, I think I have like 3 accounts left that are active. Mainly just log on to do stats. I don't know if I'll play on Teek anymore because I just can't deal with logging in once a week and then my account's being banned and I haven't really made any progress. So nothing I've done on Teek has affected the economy in any fashion whatsoever. I've not farmed any items. I've not really done anything major. I think I did sell one of my chronos to buy a few items for one of my characters, but that's it. And I get suspended regularly. Now I could make another account that's just for the videos, but it's a lot of money. I think one of the things they could do to improve EverQuest in the future is to make literally a no chrono server or just get rid of chronos altogether. The chrono system, while cool, it just leads to major abuse. It does more harm than good. And I think they really need to get rid of chronos. I don't know what the original intent was. I do think it's a really cool idea that you could do stuff in game to pay for your subscription. When you get to free trade and random loot servers and with chronos involved, it just becomes a shit show. People farming for money, people taking up camps, zones, being abusive, and it takes a lot of the nostalgia out of the game of getting items sometimes when there's too many because people are farming. One thing to get an item on a free trade server that someone actually had to go out and earn, but when it's all bots and people doing serious cheating, it does take some of the value out of it. And then in combination with the tower gear, obviously there's a lot of best in slot items from the expansions that are no longer best in slot. I don't know, the Teek experience has been a lot different than the Mischief experience I had before people really caught on the chrono farming. I mean, Mischief became bad at some point once people figured out how awesome the random tradable loot were for acquiring chronos to sell. I did see that chrono prices on the black market have gone up at least 20%. That may be a good indicator that Daybreak is actually banning or starting to control the bots. There are some numbers that we're going to take a look at here, pre-ban and post-ban, to see how big the ban wave was and what type of effect it had on the Teek server. So on the first chart we're looking at here, this is the pre-ban data I have versus the post-ban data. What we really need to look at here is which classes lost, because those are the classes that most likely got banned. Those are the ones that were involved in either exploiting the system or cheating or botting in some fashion. And you can see right off the bat, enchanters are down from 11% to 9.6%. So 1.5% of enchanters most likely got suspended or banned. And the big one, mages, from 13% to 9%. Pre-ban, post-ban, a 4% drop. As we all know, mages and their pets, really good for AFK farming and exploiting. And then necromancers, surprisingly, 6.83 to 4.47. That's over a 2% drop. I'm guessing their pets were probably being used in the same way as mages. And then Shadow Knights dropped. That could be from the bot groups using Shadow Knights to tank. Shamans dropped. Shamans are traditionally in every group. So if you got a shaman for slows, a Shadow Knight tanking, and an array of enchanters and mages, you can see the effects of the ban. The classes that rose most likely rose because of the ban of the certain classes. Not that there are more bards, clerics, or druids, just the ratio for total characters being logged into the server has gone up for those classes and then has gone down for the ones that most likely were involved in the ban wave, the suspension wave. So what does that look like for population? For the population, since Teek was out, I've been tracking this. You can see the launch day where it went up to 6,000 is when they extended the servers, and then they brought that capacity back down to 5,000, which some people may have noticed queues again down the road. Where the ban hit, there's a 1,000 character difference there. And then you can see Velius brought it back up and then back down to around the 2,000 range. I think average peak capacity for Teek is probably going to be around 2,500 after the ban. It does look like a significant portion of characters were banned or lost interest. Now, most of them are probably on a 7-day suspension, so we'll have to keep watching to see if they return, but maybe they'll just give it up. Maybe some people received harsher penalties than I did. I just got a 7-day suspension. Maybe some classes or accounts just got permanently banned. As I said, since I started playing on Teek, I'm not even max level. It's been pretty exhausting manually boxing a bunch of characters, more so than I remember, and it's just really hard for me to want to log in and even set up for 30 minutes to play for 30 minutes to an hour. So in a way, it's just as bad as trying to find groups, except I get to play a bunch of classes and characters and get them experience at the same time. So obviously with me not logging on for anything other than to just check the data, I'm kind of wondering if you guys have noticed, less AFK power leveling going on. Is there still the same amount? Have you noticed less mage armies, less bots? Does the server seem more clean? Did they do good? I know a lot of people got suspended without cause, so Daybreak continues to keep it a mystery on how they actually spend or choose who to ban. But I know there have been times where I've had nothing loaded in the background, manually playing characters and just 2 or 3 boxing, and I've still gotten suspended. I mean, literally nothing going on, fresh Windows install on the computer, just nothing, and I've received suspensions for that. So I don't know how they pick and choose. I don't know if it's because you play with someone or group with someone, or it's just random to keep people on their toes, or if you've had a previous thing, maybe they just automatically include you in a ban wave for shits and giggles. Who knows? So let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget, I do have grinding and leveling spots for the Velius expansion on my website, everquestguides.com. There's other guides on here for leveling. I did not complete the Luckland one, but there are power leveling spots too, and a bunch of other videos on here. But these are cool because I went zone by zone, getting respawn timers. I put a popularity in for the expansion era and camp sizes, so you can sort by level, and all the different camps are in here. Popularity, when the Velius is out, most of the Velius zones will be popular, which means how packed they are, how crowded they are. Power Frozen Shadow, obviously, Kale Draco. Power Frozen Shadow is just a really good leveling spot from like the mid-20s all the way up to 40. Had a lot of fun in there when it was live way back when. Belt Slab's another one, but usually it gets kind of heavy camped with power levels at the entrance there. I always like to bring it up because there is a lot of good information on everquestguides.com, and I see some people looking for leveling guides all the time. However, most people will not be leveling because most people will be level 60 already. So those just basically turn into farming spots, and that's really why they should release all the same level expansions at the same time, because then people have the option of leveling in Kunark, Velius, or Luckland. Luckland adds AA, so there'd be tons of spots to keep grinding past that. But I think that's one of the things where they drop the ball in the TLPs. They could even make 16-week unlocks, but drop all the expansions in the same level range at the same time to give people options to level up in different zones. Since they can't sub the expansion same level, unlike World of Warcraft. So feel free to check out these videos.
We got P99, we got TLP, we got private servers and tests that's free. Some of us pay, some of us don't, some of us play, some of us won't. Did you just break my mess? Did you just train me? Did you just miss a healing? Are you gonna rest me? And please I need a sow, and please I need a rest. Please I need that sword, I'll take what you got.